Malahopa. So I'm here with a video that I've never done before that I thought might be interesting, might be fun. I don't know. I figured I'd try it. Kind of like a Q&A, just to kind of, maybe you guys, just to kind of give you an idea of who I am, I guess. And why am I here? No, I'm kidding. So yeah, I'll just jump right into it because I don't have any kind of beginning or whatever backstory. Who am I? My name is Cherie. A lot of people tend to call me Sherry, and I don't correct them anymore because often they won't remember. The people who do end up calling me by my actual name, Cherie, is like my family, my close friends that I've known for many years, and my husband. But people who I just meet, maybe we meet a few times, they end up calling me Sherry. And I'm okay with that, even though it's not my name. I just, I kind of roll with it because I don't feel like, I don't have the energy to keep correcting them. So I just kind of like, just whatever. But my name is Cherie, not Sherry. But it, yeah, it is what it is. I think it's maybe just people are more used to hearing Sherry instead of Cherie, so that's why they say that. Anyway, I was born in Reno, Nevada, in the United States. Reno is about, I think, 10 or 12 hours north of Las Vegas. So Las Vegas is at the bottom of Nevada, and Reno's kind of more towards the top-ish middle, I think, up there somewhere. I was born in 1983, a long time ago. We left Reno after my father died in 1990. And then we moved to, me and my little brother and my mother moved to New York for a little while my other brothers were trying to get a house in Florida. So we lived in New York for a little while. We thought about staying there, but I think it was going to be too hard for my mom to try and, just in New York is expensive. I mean, all her family is there, but it's just, most of her family was there. It's just expensive. So we ended up moving to Florida and in 1990, and we lived there. It was in the house. It was my mother, she was a single mom then, my little brother, and my two older brothers, and my cousin. We all lived in the same house because my cousin had lived with us in Reno too, so he just moved with us to Florida. And I think we lived in that house for about a year. We were renting, and then my mother found another house that was bigger for all of us, and that's still the house that she has today. Yeah, it was a big change. I remember, you know, like in Reno it snowed and stuff, and then moving to Florida there was no snow. And I remember being afraid of the thunder and lightning that they had in Reno in the beginning. And I remember the first time I saw a cockroach, it was the biggest bug I had ever seen. And I ran and had to go get my mom. Me and my little brother ran and got my mom because it was the biggest bug we had ever seen. It was really funny. I remember that. But yeah, it was hilarious. And then I lived with my mother until I was about 18. And then I moved out and I got an apartment with some friends, and then I moved back home after that, after about a year or so after that, and then I was kind of like just jumping around from my mother's house to friend's house to my brother's house for a long time, boyfriends and stuff. I never really went back home. And then, and then in 2018, I moved to Sweden, and I've been here in Sweden, southern Sweden, since 2018. It's now 2021. So that's where I have lived. So not too many places, but yeah, West Coast, East Coast, and now Europe. I am married. I have been married to my husband since 2013. We met in 2011. He's from Sweden. He was going to college in the United States, but we met online 2 or 3 years prior to him going to college in the United States. And then, yeah, so we got together in 2011, got married in 2013 in the United States. I have one son. I do not plan on having any more children. Let me cross that off the list. Sometimes we talk about it, but then we talk about not. We just really wanted one child. And we're good with that. He's a handful, man. And he was colic. And every time we think of like, oh, should we have another child? We think about like the colic and the being up every night. And we're like, yeah, no, I don't think I want to do that again. So we have one son. My age, I am 38 years old. My husband is 8 years younger than me. So he's a little younger than I am. My birthday is in February, so I am a Pisces. My husband is a Gemini, so that's an interesting combination. My son's birthday is the day after mine. I actually went in on my birthday and had him the day after. So it was a wonderful birthday present. I have Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. If you're not familiar with it, it's an autoimmune disease. I was born with it. It became active around the age of, it started to become active around the age of 18, and then really hit me at 25. And then it really, really hit me at age 26. That's when I was hospitalized for a little while because of complications due to that. But now I'm okay. I'm doing better. I'm not on any medication currently. I'm just kind of trying to take care of myself health-wise so that I can avoid taking any medication for the Crohn's disease. I do take medication for my gallbladder and my liver, just because due to having the Crohn's disease, it kind of screwed up other parts. So now I have to take medicine because of the underlying disease. But it's okay. It's not too bad. I do take antidepressive medicine because I get sad. No, it helps me with my mood and everything like that. And I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. I know probably some people aren't, and I figured I would be with you guys, just because that's the type of person I am. And then other than that, I don't think I take anything else. Yeah, it's about it. Vitamins. I mean, but I'm sure everybody takes vitamins. My favorite workout is, I love yoga, and I love, like, Pilates, and I love squats. So I do yoga every day when I wake up, and I do yoga before I go to bed. Just some, like, nice stretching to kind of chill out and relax. And I do squats every day. And I've started now doing a 5 to 6 day workout so that I can get back down to the weight I was before I had my son. I'm currently 62 kilo, 135 or 37 pounds. And I want to get back down to 125, which should be like, I think 56 or 57 kilo. So I'm working out every day now too, doing cardio and running and things like that. When it's not freaking raining or snowing, I run. But I do work out, like cardio here. But I still do my normal yoga and squats every day. Let's see. My height, this is probably going to be a funny one for you guys. I am 4'11", 4'10", 4'11". I'm really short. I'm like 150 centimeters. And it's hilarious because my husband's like 192 centimeters. He's like 6'2" or 6'3", and I'm 4'11", 4'10". So it's funny to see. I'm closer to my son's height than my husband's height. My son is 2. So it's pretty funny. So I'm pretty short. And yeah, let's see. Where would I want to live in the future? This is a tough one. Like I'd love to go back to the United States, but at the same time, I think that Sweden is the best place to raise my son because of the school, and I just feel that it's more calm and lugnt here and just chill, and it doesn't have there's a lot of drugs in the United States in schools and crime, and I just don't want him involved in any of that. I'd rather bring him up in a small town and hope that it goes better here. So I figured I'd try it. And yeah, raise him here. In the future, maybe a long time from now, I wouldn't mind living in Spain. Because the weather, sorry about the lighting, I'm sorry I keep moving. Because the weather is better than in Sweden. I like warm weather. My favorite season is summer. So I like it to be warm and hot and sunny and sweaty, and just, for me, that's better. My husband is the complete opposite, but we're the complete opposite on everything. My favorite holiday? You know, I don't know. I want to say Christmas, but I really like, okay, it's different depending on what country you live in, okay? When I lived in the United States, I loved Halloween, but now that I live in Sweden, it's not really as popular as it is in the United States, so I kind of don't love it as much because I don't get to experience it the same way that I did in the United States. Which is kind of sad. I'd love to take my son trick-or-treating and stuff, but they just don't do that here. It's not a thing. Which makes me kind of sad, because I'd really love to have that memory with him and do that with him. But Christmas in Sweden is amazing. With all the eating and the dancing around the Christmas tree and the lighting of the candles every week and the leading up to it and then the aftermath. It's a beautiful holiday to experience in Europe, or in Sweden, is Christmas. What do I do right now? So I do not have a job. I go to school. I'm going to school for vård and omsorg, vårdbiträde undersköterska. So that was all in Swedish. I'm going to school currently for LPN, which would be in English. So that's what I'm doing now. I love it. It's exciting. It's a dream to be able to do. It's the first time in my life that I've ever been able to just focus on school and not on work. So that's really amazing. And I'm very grateful, and I'm very happy that I have the opportunity to do that. My dream job, if I were in another lifetime, I would have loved to have been a doctor. That would have been a dream to me. To be able to work as I would just love to be a doctor. I think that would be amazing. To be able to help people every day. So that's kind of like why I'm going into nursing, because it's not as much schooling, and I'll still have the opportunity to help people every day. My family, like I said, I have my mother. My father died when I was little. So my mother and my 3 brothers But one of my brothers passed away in 2016. He had a heart attack and died. And that was really hard for the family. But I still have two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother, and they're like my best friends. I love them and I miss them so freaking much. I wish I could see them every day. An average day for me, I'm like crossing off as I talk so I don't talk about it again. An average day for me, I wake up around, whenever my son wakes up really, around 6:40, 6:30, 7 o'clock. The alarm is set for 6:40, but sometimes my son has me up at 5, and he wants to watch his favorite show, Bing, and I just give him my cell phone, and I just kind of lay there and pretend like it's not happening, and try to go back to sleep, but it doesn't work. So, yeah, I try to sleep till 7, but it's usually around 5. And then I get up and I immediately make him breakfast because he's always hungry. Change his diaper, make coffee for myself because my husband gets up and gets ready for work and just goes straight to work. He doesn't eat anything or drink any coffee before he leaves. He does it at work. And then I do some yoga. I get my son ready for school, take him to school, and then I come directly back and I start school. And then in between my classes is when I do my workouts to kind of keep me moving and stuff like that. And I also do homework and stuff. And I'm currently looking for a job too, so I fill out applications and send out resumes and things like that. But if I've done all of that, then I clean the house. I'm always cleaning something. When you have a small child, you're always cleaning something. So I clean the house, or I'll try to put a laundry time in. Yeah, that's pretty much what dishes, normal shit. An average week is that every single day, unless I have a doctor's appointment in between that, like next week, or this is like the great debate in my house. I try to go to the grocery store once a week. Sometimes usually we end up going twice a week because we run out of something. No matter how much you buy, you run out of something. I guarantee it. Yeah, other than that, I don't go anywhere else. I don't go shopping and nothing like that. I do try to go for walks outside too. Or on the weekends, we try to go to the forest and walk. I have a dog, but he's not here. He spends the weeks during the week with my husband's parents to kind of help them with the isolating with my husband's father. Being COVID, he can't go anywhere or do anything. So my dog kind of is like support. And plus, it's a little hard having him cooped up in the condo all day, and we feel bad where they have a bigger property so that he can run around in the yard and stuff, where we don't have a yard. So he comes over on the weekends, and I miss him, and I can't wait to pick him up on Saturday. That's going to be so fun. I always love having him here. My favorite drink. I love coffee, and I love Coca-Cola Zero, or like Pepsi Max, Diet Pepsi, or Coke Zero, Coke Light, or whatever. Alcoholic drink. When I was younger, I drank Long Island iced tea. That was probably my favorite thing to drink. Now I drink, if I'm going to drink anything alcoholic, I drink wine, or beer. If I go out and we're having a nice time, I will probably order a Cosmopolitan, something like that. Those are, oh my God, they're so yummy. Gin and tonic is really good too. I love a pina colada too. Those are really yummy. Favorite food? pasta, as you can probably see. No, I don't know, there's a lot. I like pizza, too. We don't eat too much of this stuff. We don't eat pizza too often because of the fat. But I love a good pizza. Eggplant parmesan. Oh my god, I've been dying for eggplant parmesan. Oh my god, it's so good, but nobody in my house eats it. My favorite candy bars, Snickers and Reese's. Those are my two favorite candy bars. You can't find Reese's here very often. You have to go to like a specialty store, but you can find Snickers, so I'll always probably pick up a Snickers because it kind of like, you know, reminds me of home, and it's my favorite, so it's a win-win. Do I play any games? So stupid. I play Candy Crush on my phone. I love Solitaire, like the boring game, but I love it. And I also play D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, every 2 weeks with my friends. We were meeting up and playing it, but now with COVID, we can't really do that. So we do it all on like Roll20 and TeamSpeak, so we do it all online. And since we don't have like a babysitter right now because of COVID, we take turns, me and my husband, because we're on the same team. And he'll play 1 week, and I'll watch my son, and then I'll play the next week, and he'll watch our son. So, yeah, it's really fun. I love D&D. I used to play Magic the Gathering a lot, too. But that can get really expensive. And I also used to play League of Legends, and I also used to play Counter-Strike. Those were really fun. I grew up playing Mario Brothers. That was my all-time jam. Hobbies. I love to paint and draw, but mainly paint. It's really, really nice and relaxing for me. So if I have the time, I will do that. I've painted murals on my son's walls in his bedroom of like different things, tractors and stuff. So I really love to paint. I'm not currently reading any books because I have enough to read in class. But if I do read anything, it's usually science related because that's my favorite subject. So it's either like space or science or things like that. If I watch anything, I watch documentaries. I love documentaries. And there's some Swedish shows that I like to watch if I have time. You know, with a child, you really don't have a lot of time. But we also watch like economic documentaries. Those are me and my husband. Those are pretty good. Let's see. Do I have any trips planned in the future? No. I don't. With COVID, it's hard to plan anything. So I don't have any trips planned in the future. Bucket list. I can give you a couple. I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. I would love to see the Northern Lights. I'd love to travel around Europe and see like Greece and Italy and Spain. Things like that. Croatia. There's a lot of places I would love to go and see. Portugal. I'd love to see the Berlin Wall, what's left of it. Just like those historical places. That's what I really think would be really cool. I don't have any desire to go to like tropical places because I lived in Florida for most of my life and it's tropical, so I'm not really. What I want to see is old and like medieval. I think those are amazing. Like those types of really old historic sites. I'd love to go to Pompeii, but I don't think that I'll ever go there. But that would be amazing to see. Yeah. I've always wanted to go to Asia too, but I don't think that's gonna ever happen. I think it would would be absolutely amazing to go to Japan. When I was younger, my best friend and I, we were going to backpack around Europe. But I worked so much at the time that I didn't want to take off. I should have. I think it would have been an amazing experience. But we always talked about going to, she's Asian, so we always talked about going to Asia together. And just like eating and backpacking and just having a good time. But, you know, you never get the opportunity. If you have the opportunity, take it. Like, I had the opportunity to come to move to Europe, so I took it. Because there were so many times in my life where I had an opportunity and I didn't take it because I was afraid or I felt like something else was more important, you know, when it really wasn't. So as soon as I had the opportunity, I said to myself, the next time I have an opportunity to do something that's probably going to change my life, I'm going to do it. And that's what I did, is I moved to Europe because who gets the opportunity to move to Europe every day? Not everybody. So I knew that if I gave up that opportunity, I would have regretted it my whole life. Because I felt like if I didn't do it, then I was letting fear take control over, you know, what I really wanted. So, yeah. So that is me. I hope you learned something. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. If you have any questions, let me know. Sorry about the lighting again. Every time I move, the light gets darker. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little Q&A. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. It's Thursday here in southern Sweden, or here in Sweden. And it's been raining and snowing all day. It sucks. I thought spring was coming and winter came back. And you should have seen the look on my face this morning when I saw it was snowing. I was just like, what the fuck? You know, I really thought the sun was coming out, and then it's not out there, man. I've looked several times. The sun is not out there. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you again soon. Hej då, allihopa.